Toledo's. All right, it looks like the human race might be over, chat. Seems like you know, it's gonna seem like the how should I say this? No more giving birth, I guess. Question mark. I have no idea. So I think if I remember correctly, this is supposed to be the robot because I saw it pop up on my feed, the main video, but I'd be very curious to see if it's the same one or not. So let's take a look. I'm so curious. You piqued my curiosity.
My name is Bernd, and today we're launching Neo.
What in the little big planet? Why does the man look like the robot? Like at first I couldn't tell which one was which. That is a long neck. Good. Is he real? Why does he look AI? I'm so sorry. You can't tell nowadays. Or it's getting harder to. What if he's not here? What if this person is like completely fictional and he's just there to launch the product, but he's not actually a real person and the robot's more real than he is? The robot looks like he doesn't want to be here. The robot's like, shit. It's happening. I'm being sold as a slave.
And today, we're launching Neo.
Wait, like Neo from the Matrix? Could we be any more on the nose?
Our humanoid portable.
Neo, the robot, Nini.
So my friends, it has begun. And I can say with all honesty, if you want those things to fly off the shelves, there's only one thing you need to do. I do understand the consternation though, because they don't want the consumers to feel threatened that they're too human and that they're gonna replace humans. We're not there yet. So they gotta break them in really easy. But seriously.
Soon it'll become Detroit Become Human. That video game is coming to real life.
Just make them look like this and they will start flying off the shelves. Every shape and size and color. Yep, that's all we need. Birth rates in full record-breaking, everlasting, pummeling decline. Because they're already going there. You know what's great for the birth rates?
Yeah, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I wouldn't buy a robo waifu or a robo husband because I'd rather get someone who is actually genuine. Because that's the whole point of relationships, is to accept each other's flaws at the end of the day and love each other no matter what.
Robots that people are inevitably going to try and breed with even though they can't. And it's not the guys that we have to worry about, because I think the way that guys work, even if they have a robot at home that looks like a very fresh piece of baked bread, you think they're gonna pass up real, in the moment, hair grabbing, wet, boneless parmesan? No, they're not. The women are the ones you have to worry about. Like, you know when women have a hard time with men finding things attractive in gaming? It's because they're projecting so freaking hard. The women are bigger gooners, I would say, than even guys are. They're just more
facts. 100% facts.
Quiet about it. And God only help us when the robots not only have choose your customizable size flesh-colored cucumbers, but God help everybody. God only help those freshly aching, ever-wanting, death-defying, engorged and flushed wombs if the robots all start looking like this. And then the robots can also like go online and program exactly how to please a woman, learning her body and what.
This is just too edgy for me. Like, I'm sorry, but like this is too much for me. I'm not into this like edgelord. This is just completely like all so far. Well, not all of them, right? They don't really pique my taste. They don't really like. None so far that she has shown to me. Like, don't get me wrong, they're very attractive, right? But they don't pique my interest.
She likes and responding to it
Not
because
my
the AI
type.
is that good, and all the woman needs is to just lie there, you know, like they do, like we do sometimes. Imagine if they all turn out looking like Silas from Love and Deep Space.
Dude, I fucking hate this game, dude. I hate the Love and Deep Space game. I don't like any of the male characters in there. I don't like a single one from that game. I'm gonna be honest with you. This guy gives me so much fucking this guy specifically gives me what's the word again from VR chat? There's a specific word or so that we called him or so, an e-boy, but he does give me like e-boy vibes, honestly.
And you know, She's like, I could just lie here and I don't even have to like F you back or anything. Oh, that's perfect. Why would we need, to be honest, why would guys need girls? Why would girls need guys? And then the guy can help you with your choice. You'd basically have a freaking love-making slave. Like,
I
that's
don't
what
play
people
that
really
fucking
want.
game.
The
I
minute that
don't.
we get this, humanity's already gone. The birth rates are already.
I feel like personally with Love in Deep Space characters, they're trying way too hard. They're trying way too hard. They're way too hard. I think personally, from my like, if I'm trying to bring up my otome, like my otome experiences, I think personally, like, Amnesia is probably one of my favorite ones back then. Of course my specific favorite one was this guy. And then the other one is I have it on my shelf. But I don't remember the name of the game off the top of my head. Let me see. Otome games? Because I'm trying to remember Ultimate games off the top of my head. Oh, fuck. What is the name? What is the name of this game? It's because of this character and this character. Fuck. I don't remember. But it's this main character here. It's been so long. There's certain things I've already forgotten, or so for certain characters. No, it's not Amnesia. Get this shit away from me. I didn't even have the character here. Motherfucker, you lying piece of shit. You bastard. You know what? I'm just gonna go look at it. Let me go look at it real quick. Let me go grab it. Oh, there it is. There it is. All right, I found the name. I found the name. This was another person, my favorite. Oh, it was supposed to be Recode. There it is. The Code series. This was the other Ultimate game. I told you. See, it's not from fucking Amnesia. So Oh yeah, this was another my favorite. Yeah, Code Realize. I have this game over there. I think I have I have other ones. I think I either have like 3 in total or 2 in total, but I don't remember off the top of my head, but yeah. The Code series. Those are my ultimate games.
In the toilet. All this is going to do is ensure that they go way beyond the threshold of what the bottom of the barrel is for hell. If there is a floor in hell, these robots starting to look like every male or female character in an anime or a manga, yeah, that's going to ensure that it's going to find that floor in hell, break through it, and just keep falling, never to return. It's going to be an endless black hole of humanity's decline.
But safe doesn't mean limited. Neo's hardware comes packed with features like human-level dexterity and a 55-pound carrying capacity so that...
What if the robot... What if people start, like, touching it inappropriately? You know how human beings are. They're gonna do things just because. Look at it. They made it look like Little Big Planet just enough so it doesn't look uneasy to human beings. They recognize it's a robot that makes people a lot more disarmed. What if they start feeling it up? And the most creepy part about all of this is for it to understand what it's doing, it needs to be hooked into some kind of cloud. And it has cameras. Who's to say that the providers for this robot aren't spying on you inside your home? We already have that problem with their phones as it is. You don't think this thing is gonna be watching, knowing every inch and...
They're trying to make it for the consumer. That's the reason why. It's to help the older audiences. Like the more older, you know, people, they're just old.
Corner of our house.
I don't think this would be really helpful for younger audiences.
Through their panty drawers. This is a nightmare ready, preparing to unfold. I love it. I don't love, you know what I mean? Like every movie from the dawn of freaking time has been prepping us for this. Like I literally just watched a movie called Tim, and I thought it was gonna go in a completely direction. I thought it was gonna go in some kind of like romantic angle, and it kind of started going there, and I'm like, ooh, I could see the romantic angle from this. And then it turned into a freaking nightmare. There's like only one way that things go whenever you have AI.
It's meant for you because your mom is old all the damn time. She gets complaining that I keep blowing her back out.
Murderbot. But yeah, there's only one way that this goes. What if it gets hacked? What if someone hacks into the robot? They're like, ooh, titties. Like, you know what I'm saying? What if women use the robot to spy on their husbands when they're not home? People, we do not have enough privacy. How can we make the world better? Take away more of it.
Box, the core of your experience is fully autonomous. The chores feature lets you schedule a time for your Neo to do all of your chores so you can come back to a cleaner home every day.
I like how when people...
So this is supposed to be a Roomba, but more advanced Roomba?
They invent robots with artificial intelligence, and the first thing that comes to mind is, how can we make it serve us and do our chores for us? Not go out there and plant trees and rescue animals. No, do our chores. We can't own people now.
Yeah, I think this is 100% supposed to be meant for like older people, like actually legit older people.
Nothing that says we can't own things that kind of sort of look like people. It doesn't have feelings. I like how they made the body of the thing white, you know, so people don't get upset, but then they just had to make the face dark. Like, that was a weird design choice. Why?
No, because I think if I remember correctly, I think the... Like, when it comes to, like first generation robots, right? Let's see. Like, just an overall, right? Like, not this specifically, but they've always had, like, that specific type of face, what they do specifically. Like, even, I think if I remember correctly, let me see. I could be wrong. But, like, Detroit Become Human, where they have this, you know? That's technically how it is. They have that suit. They have that, like, clothing and suit underneath it. They have, well, not that, though. Okay, well. This right here, to differentiate the robot itself. No, I can definitely help the elderly. This is a robot that's supposed to be meant for the elderly.
The dirtiest part of the robot is understandably gonna be the hands and the feet and the rest of its body. So why is the face a dark complexion?
A cleaner home every day.
Because that's just how it
With
is.
the AI
First
companion
generation
feature,
robots are.
you can talk to your Neo to get assistance with anything from a hard question to a household task.
Notice how it doesn't have a mouth?
Yeah, it probably has a speaker underneath it.
Aw, it has no fun holes. Don't worry, we'll make one. I would not be surprised if you go over to some friend's house and the robot has a hole in the face. Or it's like...
It can do chores and everything like that, Zhao. Okay, Zhao? You're having a very skewed mind perspective.
Taped over with
Open your
duct
mind
tape
a
or
little bit.
something. I'm telling you, you want to challenge people to see how resourceful humans are? Give them something and leave them with it alone long enough that's slightly humanoid, and they will find a way to make the parts fit.
With Neo's autonomy, you can get access to all of its latest AI features to get help with tasks on demand. And the Neo app lets you interact with your Neo from anywhere. But all you have to do to get started is turn on your Neo and introduce yourself.
Oh yeah,
Would you
no.
like me to help you, Mrs. Preddy?
You're washing my husband's underwear. I think you can call me Maggie.
Oh, bitch, I think we both know I'm doing a lot more than that. There go the marriages. Real talk, guys. If you are in a relationship and your girl allows you to have a really hot robot fully functional like this, would you allow her to also have her male counterpart of that? Granted, the robot can be a lot prettier than her, but her guy robot or counterpart has to be a lot hotter than you and have a way bigger Johnson than you. Would that be okay? Would you be okay with that? Knowing you could have your version. What if she gave you two and then she gets to have the one? Would you allow her to? I just want to see what the future holds.
Well, I ain't getting a robot to begin with anyway, so.
And how many drama-induced content is going to come about people cheating with their robots on their significant others. But is it cheating if it's an inanimate object?
Hey, I'm Neo. I'm here to help around the house. What's your name?
Harry.
Nice to meet you, Harry. When you have a question or want something done, just let me know.
Harry's like, I'm taller than you, dude. They made it 5'6" on purpose, so it's not. Can you imagine if these things came in 6'4" height? I don't know why that's so funny to me. I'm just imagining people unboxing it and they're like.
Oh shit.
But I bet you that customization will come later. Is she looking at it like she's thinking, would you stop? I know what you're thinking. I see where your eyes are going. I see what your mind is doing. No, I'm not projecting. We are all thinking it. Stop
I'm not thinking it. It sounds like projecting my personal opinion.
giving it your eyes. It can't see you. You're probably looking at the tech support right behind it that now knows the layout of your house and what your wife looks like when she undresses and what you look like when you make that face when you're by yourself doing your me time. People are gonna get hacked. There's an even darker one. What are these color choices? What is this? White, extra white, dirty white? Like, whoever designed this must.
This is definitely like the starting or so. These are the first generations of robots. It's just gonna get more complex from here. It's just the issue is human technology. The human technology is just not there yet to make it more complex, you know? I kind of get what Zhao is getting at. Will this robot be able to handle cases where the elderly needs medical help? Will they be able to call 911? That's the whole point. That's the whole point. Because if they're only lifting 55 pounds, what do you think they're going to do in a normal household?
Must have been a tech guy, I swear. And also, honestly,
And even then, you can literally have that programmed literally inside the robot, so that just automatically just cancels your statement immediately. They don't even need a phone if they can just have it programmed in their AI.
I would not have chosen
specifically
white. I know
designed
they're
for
trying to make it
elderly.
unassuming and non-threatening.
Like I
You
said,
couldn't choose
very
beige.
skewed mind.
That would have been
That's
a
why I'm
great
saying
middle
skewed
ground,
mind.
providing that this thing is going to be going around and getting itself dirty doing your chores. Why would you choose white and make it cloth? Can you take these off and wash them? Can you give it clothes? They want to make it soft, that's fine, but don't give us a robot that's supposed to do all your literal dirty work. Oh no, I just thought about something. Do they have hands?
I need fucking hands. Where are hands?
Okay, it's got feet. Oh, it's got a gripper. Oh, it's got the freaking Rubber 9000, the ultimate tactile Westworld precursor. You already know what people are gonna use for this. Can you give me a hand, Neo? Of course.
I'd be right happy to.
You give your Neo a list of chores, you schedule a time that you want them done so that you can focus on what matters to you while your Neo does the rest.
And while the company and organization memorizes the layout of your house, potentially all your details, listens to your conversations, knows how your wife sounds.
That's the thing that I'm pretty worried about, is the how secure is everything, you know?
When you're at work, when the robot's helping her with her chores.
Well, you don't know.
It seems I'm a bit...
You don't know until you actually put these robots out in the field to gather feedback to improve into the second generation. Everything when it comes to first generation technology has always been dog shit. For God's sakes, let's be honest here. That's how it is throughout human history, and then you improve on those specific things in the second generation.
Pessimistic here.
How do you think humans evolve at the end of the day?
But am I wrong? Is this not what humanity usually ends up doing?
Schedule chores by either talking to your Neo or using the app.
It's all trial and error at the end of the day.
You schedule a time that works best for you, and then you create a list of chores. Whether it's something more specific, like watering the plants on Tuesdays, or something more general, like tidying the house.
What if it falls in the pool? Is this thing costs like $20,000-$30,000? What if it slips and falls into the pool? Can it swim? Can it get itself out? What if one of the members, there's, okay, this is not funny. I'm sorry, it's the way it's happening in my head. It's so not funny, and I don't want people to think that I'm a freaking psycho. What if you have a child? Or like...
I don't think its capabilities of taking care of a child is there yet. I think it's just doing like simple chore tasks around the house. I think that's what this is supposed to be designed for.
It's like a 5-year-old kid and he falls in the pool and he's like drowning, and you know, people when they're drowning, they don't speak, but let's just say he's like, help! And he manages to say that, and the robot's just standing there on the side of the pool like, I don't know that command. What would you like me to help you with today?
It's a more in-depth Roomba.
It's just standing there watching the child in the pool. Does it go and get help? Does it know to dial 911? Can the AI recognize if someone's in danger?
My question is how is the software of this game
to the house
of the
when
robot
the wife
itself?
is there and the husband's away? And then the freaking robber is just grabbing her from behind, and the robot's just like, oh, look at that. Oh, well, I'm gonna continue going over here and emptying the dishwasher. I think that's the part that's gonna make people, that's gonna make them feel like, okay, you know, should I sue the company or not? The company's excuses, yeah, see, we made this to supply you with assistance for your chores, not to save you from getting your cavity scooped out by someone that you didn't approve of, who's inside of your house that you didn't invite. That's not our responsibility. That's not in our occupational roster.
More specific, like watering the plants on Tuesdays, or something more general, like tidying the house. Your Neo will get it done at the scheduled time. If there are any chores that your Neo hasn't learned how to do autonomously, you can use expert mode to have an expert from 1X supervise the session and provide corrective intervention to help Neo complete any task.
Look, as my husband said, and I totally agree with him, if that is required, then your robot's not ready to be launched. It's bad enough that you're gonna have some automaton in your house that you know has cameras in its eyes, that the people who built it can, oh dear, there's a black one. He looks badass, but can you imagine waking up and seeing this standing in your hallway walking towards you? That's gonna scare the shit out of people. I don't think the black option was a good idea, in my opinion, but that's just me. But yeah, people are already gonna be uneasy about this. And unless they're super rich people who aren't worried about someone breaking into their house because they're either so rich that they can pay to have you disappear, or they could just easily replace all their stuff, most people aren't gonna be down with that. It's different, you know, the phone's there, whatever, but now there's someone who you're like asking to take over and see the inside of your house. Now, yes, if you had a housekeeper, that would be the same thing. I completely understand that. Unless you have a live-in nanny, you wouldn't have to worry all the time about this thing listening in on your conversations. And
I think that's what this robot is aiming for, is getting rid of like the housekeepers and the nannies and like, you know, those specific kind of things are so in the house without paying that.
possibly hooking up to your network and seeing all of your sensitive information. All it boils down to is people are going to have
What,
to
as in like dicking your mom, Dubstep? Is that what you're referring to?
end up trading more of their
It
privacy
unlocks the
for comfort. And
BDSM
at
section.
that point, wouldn't it just be better to just, I don't know, keep the house clean?
We all know if you just put a dildo on that thing, it solves everything at the end of the day.
Find my glasses. Is this paprika?
Just put a strap on
that's
that thing, we'll be
cayenne
fine.
Also, your glasses are on your shirt.
Why are they doing the Zoom sounds? What is this, the freaking chair company? Is this real? I think it's real. I do think it's real. It's just, I don't know why I find this so freaking funny. I'm so sorry. I'm so bad at these videos, but I'm just laughing my ass off. This whole presentation, I know they're not
Electroshocks by
come across that
robots,
way, but it's
ayo? No,
hilarious
that's not what
to
I'm
me.
talking about, little crazy
Could
person.
I use this in my chili?
They're both made from chili peppers, and you could put cayenne in your chili, but it is much spicier.
What if the robot's like, I know you can't see very well, but you know what? That's not spicy enough. If you want a real kick, put all of it in your food and serve it to your wife who's handicapped, and then feed her very slowly.
No, I don't think that's how it is, because AI responses are very like the way how they do certain things. Because it's if I'm taking a good guess, right? What the AI is based off of. I would not be surprised if it's based off like the Google infrastructure of how that one is.
If someone hacked these things and then tried to use it as like terrorism against people, that would
It could
be
be.
horrible. But you know,
It could
whenever you
be.
have these things, that's what everyone's thinking. You can't blame
It's not
me.
out of the
That's
realm
what
of
the media's full
possibility.
of. All the movies show these things happening, all the possibilities of it. And I think it's a good thing because it tells us what could happen and how to prepare for that. But are these companies preparing for those scenarios and hypotheticals? What if one of these things glitches and it makes a mistake and picks up the newborn baby thinking it's a pack of towels or something and puts it in the washer? Would this be first gen? I don't think.
Okay, that sounds a little bit too hyperbolic for that actual for that. Yeah, the baby just turns into towels or so and then just throws it in the goddamn laundry and starts spinning it. I feel like that's a little bit hyperbolic. I'm more curious. I'm more curious on like how hackable is this thing? Can you control it if you hack it? And can you look through the camera if you do hack it? You know, those are the kind of like the things that I am more. Those are more that I'm more into to see. Like, what are the flaws of this technology?
I think I trust the tech enough to even take that chance, even if I was okay with the invasion of privacy.
Neo is a speech-enabled AI companion made for any kind of conversation. Where other AI assistants are confined to your phone or computer, Neo lives with you in your physical space and has the ability to see, hear, and remember things about your surrounding environment to provide you with uniquely helpful assistance.
Is it gonna operate like the Ring camera, like when it sees a crime, even though it didn't help to protect its owners? If the police ask it questions about said crime, will it start doing the whole Dexter bit and break down what it saw? How long does it keep that catalog in its memory? What if it says something it shouldn't say? Like, what if your husband's at home privately? The wife comes home and she's like, "Hey, Neo, is my husband home?" "Yep." "Did you make sure he took his medication today?" "Oh, definitely. I made sure he took it right after he came home from your next door neighbor's house." "Oh, your next door neighbor, she was here too. Why was she here?" "I don't know. I mean, I would ask her, but her mouth was full with your husband's cough." Have a great day.
It'd be pretty funny, to be honest, in my personal opinion, you know? People can already hack smart cars. Hell, one car company, Auto Drives, got hacked in production. They did. You know, you know, for people who are probably married, you know, because like the divorce rates are pretty high and everything, right? In America. So this is probably an American product, right? If it does get sent out and the robot does say that, like, yeah, I saw your husband fuck your friend or so, you know, or your best friend or something behind the backyard or so at like this hour, so yeah, or whatever other crazy shit. Yeah, you know, it's gonna be pretty fucking funny, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Day. What?
Spicy meat. Yeah, boy.
Like, I'm just curious how.
You know, the funny thing about it is if they do have a robot like this in the house, whoever's gonna try to rob the house, number one, would have to kill both the grandpa and the grandma, right? The old people, right? But then you also gotta kill the robot on top of that, because the robot is gonna be recording everything. So you gotta kill 3 people now. And it's gonna be pretty excessive, especially for a robot. You're gonna have to find a way to because you can't just shoot it, you know, for it to for it to not work. You're gonna have to go a little bit more.
How much of this robot is going to know to mind his business? You know what I mean? What if husbands and wives use this,
You gotta
like,
throw that shit
spy
in
each
lava,
other if they're
basically.
cheating? What if they try to
That's
use
the only
robot
way.
to help them cheat? What if both the spouses are cheating and they both tell the robot, hey, don't say anything to my significant other, and the robot's like, okay, both of you have asked me to keep this a secret from each of you. Is there anything I can help you with?
For example, it can suggest what to cook based on what you have in the fridge, remember your progress while teaching you a new language, and even give you interior design advice. The gestures and the light rings express Neo's intentions. Its audio intelligence can also pick up on whether you are addressing it or
It looks so fucking stupid. Bro, I can't do this anymore.
That's just how first generation
The way they're
robots are.
looking at it. Okay, you know what? I think I need to go to sleep. I think I'm freaking tired.
I think you're losing
this
it
past
right
week, I've
now.
only been getting like 3 hours of sleep. I think it's starting to catch up to me because this is breaking me. Oh my god. Look, what do you guys think? Are you excited? I don't even know how to feel.
I think it's pretty cool personally to see technology like this. It means humans are advancing at the end of the day. So it just really depends how the tech is being utilized. That's the thing itself. It all depends the person who is making and using that technology. How can that benefit the human society in general?
I think this is nothing. I think people are gonna be freaking bored. They're gonna be like, ah, whatever. And then the big titty version is gonna come out, and everyone's gonna be like,
No, these companies aren't going to do it. You know which companies are going to do it? The adult industry are going to do it 100%.
$20,000 is cheap. Are you kidding me?
Wait, is that how much this thing cost? 20,000?
Whatever. And then the big titty version is gonna come out, and everyone's gonna be like, $20,000 is cheap. Are you kidding me?
No, never mind.
I honestly think.
I think the next tackle, when it comes to like this technology in general, I think the next tackle to deal with it is bringing down the cost for the normal consumer to be able to afford it. That's the other hurdle that these companies have to basically, you know, jump over, which is a pretty massive hurdle, to the point that like how can we be able to get these robots into people's houses? Like, we got to make these robots affordable pricings, but like the problem is, in order to do that, we got to cut certain stuff from the robot in order to do it. But then that would deteriorate the project and make the product more shittier, you know?
that's when they're gonna start flying off the shelves. You'd think men would be the biggest consumers of this. Maybe so, but I guarantee you it's probably gonna be women. I swear to God. The women are probably
It's just gonna be the lonely people overall.
Gonna outsell or outbuy the men. Anyways, if you guys want to check out more of this robot, go to, what are they related to, Elon? What kind of name is this? 1X Tech? At least they didn't give it the name of the other robot. The one that for some godforsaken reason, they decided to give it the initials that literally spell out foe. I have no idea if this was a parody or this was another real robot that they were trying to go with. Maybe not the best choice of words, letters, whatever. I don't know about this design, but it looks like it's gonna crush some heads or something. Looks like something that you'd hire to do a hit on someone who you don't like. But it's so funny how we're down the AI rabbit hole so badly that people will just look at stuff like this and be like, oh, look, robots. Anyway, I needed that laugh though.
Yeah, personally, you know, I'm not surprised at the end of the day. It was just a matter of time. I'll be honest with you. 1X Neo. The problem with the humanoid robot, well, there's already a review on it already, specifically talking about this. But I'm very, it's very interesting to see. Let me see.
Your arms. Here you go. Arms up. Beautiful. Show me what you got. Take a few steps. There you go. You can carry
Yeah, like I'm not surprised. Let me see.
Nick, would you mind handing me that spatula over there?
Yeah, absolutely. Not a problem at all.
Just gonna pick it up nice and careful here. And just like that. Nice and easy. Nick, would you mind?
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. What's your name? I am Neo. I'm 17.
What are some of the tasks that you can do?
Right now, I'm doing
PVC.
and then on this carpet down here, I'm back.
Should be good. So we're gonna like the shot.
The issue is when it comes with these specific robots, like the first couple generations of these robots, their movement is not fluid yet. That's the thing. That's kind of like the thing that they need to like tackle or so, is having more fluid movement, because they're kind of very like stiff. They're very super stiff. Once they find a way how to do like actual like human movement fluidity, that'll definitely be a different thing. But yeah, because that means it'll handle more different tasks in general. But yeah, anyways, that's the end of the video. You guys can comment, like, subscribe, do all that fancy jazzy stuff. But yeah, I'm not surprised that we're pretty much getting robots at the end of the day. I'm not surprised at all. It was just a matter of time. When this thing, the question is like, when is this thing coming to humans, right? And it's 20K. This thing costs 20K, which is very fucking expensive. I doubt the normal consumer is going to be buying this. That's the thing. That's one of the things that's like the biggest huge hurdle when it comes to robots, like just robots in general, is basically bringing the cost down to make it affordable to the point where people can buy this like from the store fucking relatively easy, you know? Like from Detroit Become Human. That's basically is where we're heading to, is like Detroit Become Human. That's going to be a video game. That's the video game that came out a while back. That'll be a thing in real life. So, but yeah, anyways, that's the end of the video. And yeah, might be the end of the human race, man. Robots are becoming a thing. They're going to start fucking you next afterwards. Once they get more human fluid, and then after that, and then they'll start doing facial, like actual true skin texture and facial features and everything that doesn't look too odd or so. Makes it look real. But yeah, it's GG's, man. The end of the human race is here. And